I woke up today and I wanted to play Goblins. Luckily enough, I had a Goblins deck already. This one's just like kind of collecting dust for the last few weeks. I played it a lot at the beginning of the season. And I want to see if it's any good right now. I don't have the utmost faith, but I say that a lot. And then we end up like, whipping tail and sipping ale. So we'll see about it. This deck, some interesting things. Well, let me switch back to this view real quick. You may notice that this is not just a typical Goblin deck. This is an only cold Anvil deck that plays like Blood Tithe Harvester and Voltaren Epicure and stuff. So it's kind of a mishmash of stuff. But that's because a lot of Goblins care about artifacts, surprisingly, right? Like Exuberant Fuseling is in the deck. It cares when artifacts go to the graveyard. It's good with blood tokens and stuff, treasure tokens and whatnot. Gleeful Demolition wants us to sack an artifact to get 3 Gobos. There was 4 of this in the deck. It has gone down to 3 over the course of the season because 4 is too many. Goblin Blast Runner also was a 4 of. 4 is too many. So we're down to 3 of this, but again, sacking treasures, blood tokens, and stuff. Things to only cold Anvil. These should all help Blast Runner get through damage and stuff. However, there's also Runvelt Hordemaster. Does not care at all about artifacts in any way, but it is a goblin, ties the room together, helps protect against sweepers. We draw a bunch of cards and stuff. Sakin's Smelter does, again, care about artifacts. A lot of goblins in Standard right now care about artifacts, and some of them make them, like Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I'm only playing 3 of this. This went down from 4 too, because it's just a little awkward, right? Sometimes we have 3 mana, we'd rather play a 2-drop and a 1-drop. And Fable doesn't create an artifact the turn it comes into play, and that kind of sucks a little bit sometimes, so we want artifacts in this deck. And very often I was spending my mana on like Experimental Synthesizer plus, Blood Tithe Harvester or Anvil, rather than spending it on a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. So this is a cool card. It can copy Blood Ties and other stuff like that. Put more artifacts into play. We can sacrifice and keep the engine going and whatnot once we get Reflection out. All the things the card does are good, but I'm not actually convinced the deck needs 4. I think it's slightly awkward at the top end. Gleeful Demolition is just a sweet little card that I really want to try out from Phyrexia. It's basically the only new card, except for, I guess, Fuseling, in the deck. But both of these are exciting new cards for a low-to-the-ground sort of artifact-y based aggro deck. And that's what we got, sort of half aristocrats, well, a third aristocrats, a third artifacts, and a third goblins. And we'll see if that's a little bit too much in the stew, and, one of those tastes corrupts the other 2 or something, but we're just going to try it out and see what it does, because sometimes the deck can do some kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to let the chicken out. She's protested enough. She does not like goblins. The only Magic player in the world, chicken, that doesn't like goblins, that's you. And we'll play some games in Ranked and see where it takes us. But let me let this poor, just neglected cat out. All right, we go first. This is nice. This is pretty nice, actually. Let's get it going. I don't love playing Synthesizer on turn 1, but I'll do it here, so we can sack it on 2. And then play right into Hordemaster. Like, oh my god. Decent start, and we go first, but nothing's guaranteed. Get a land off the top? It's fine. We have enough lands forever. Okay, mono red is the matchup. Here comes Rob Schneider, the hot chick. Bangs in for 1. Goblin Blast Runner. Neat. Change anything I want to do? Not really. Not really. Probably not going to be sacrificing too many artifacts until we get to the treasure token from Fable. Black Source. Sure. It's like I could go ahead and play Blast Runner, and that might be correct, but I'm actually oddly saving it for when we're closer to the Fable trigger. Here they come with both the men. That gives us a decision, doesn't it? None. I want to try this for science. We go to 16 off the no blocks. Runbelt Hordemaster. Oh, Goblin Blast Runner, sure. I should have played it last turn. But we'd have had an open mana regardless this turn if we hadn't have played it last turn, so maybe this is better. They'll just kill the Hordemaster. It looks like what they're going for, yeah. Lightning Strike it. Guess it was a land on top. It was Infernal Grasp, okay. They come with everything. We'd go to 12. They're at 14, 21, 10. 10 after Infernal Grasp? 8 after attacks next turn. Oh, dude, we still survive. Weird math, but I'm going to take no blocks here. Fable is our draw. Let's play Fable. Leave a toke to block. Get in, they go to 11. We're at 12. Trying aggression v aggression here, but they still have a bunch of cards in their hand. They could have like Raiju or something this turn. But it looks like just, yeah, removal spell. That sucks. Our math really figured that we'd have that treasure token. Let's go to 10. Take a block. Still have 2 mana left. They're not doing anything with it. Want to discard anything here? I don't really think so. I don't love Fuseling, to be honest. I honestly don't love the second Fable. We need an artifact, and even though the Fable creates an artifact, technically it's next turn and they have to not have a removal spell. So I actually kind of just want to re-roll these two. Maybe I'll keep the Fuseling. Artifact would really help get us damage, though. There's a Horde Master. That really helps, too. If they have removal, they'll use it here. Let's wait till after combat. I might not even play the Fuseling. I might just keep up the grass. Opponent goes to 5. I just want to create a good board state here. Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. They play Thundering Raiju. 6. Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We go to 2 off Raiju here, so we survive. Land, play with fire. So that sucks. Maybe I'll just run a blocker out, and it'll be fine one way or the other. I don't love that plan. I'll try this. Let's hold up the grasp. They don't do anything. That's interesting. Here they come with all the boys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 if both those cards are lightning strikes. There's really not a good way to get around that. 3... They're going to scoop because we're taking time to make decisions. Be surprised how many games you win simply by taking time to make decisions. I'm not trying to rope. My idea there was if we Infernal Grasp the bloodthirsty adversary, we're still dead to 2 lightning strikes, but they've already used 2 this game, so what are the chances that they have 2 more? We go first. Blast Runner 1. We're in the same spot where we can't really play 2-drop, but we have other ones that we can play on to, so I think I'll probably take that. Even if we get 2-drop, you know, I don't know. Or even if we get untapped land, rather. I might not play 2-drop on 2 here. I might not do that. I might. I mean, I reserve the right. And these first few turns are always the toughest to sequence with this deck. Untapped land. Alright, so we Synthesizer... No, we don't. No, we don't. What we do is we Epicure. Yeah. So Kinzen, Blood Token, ditch the land, draw Runveld Horde Master. I guess that's fine. I was really hoping for another land, but hopefully the Synthesizer will help us get that. They're gonna read Blaster and they're like, what just hit me? What was that, hammer? So 2 mana for our, looks like mono white opponent. Cool lands too for them. Those are awesome. Throne of Eldraine, full art. That's nice. That's nice. Christian Scene. I knew it would be Ambitious Farmhand. I sniffed it. I knew it had to be Farmhand this turn. We still don't draw that land. That's poopy doopy. Let's experiment with Synthesizer. Not a land. Oh my god. Arena. That's not good. That isn't good. 2 games tonight I've done that. I actually added a land to the deck before the stream. I've been playing this deck all season. It very rarely gives me mana problems at 21 lands. So I don't know what the deal is tonight. That's 3 games with mana problems. They do take the chump with the Ambitious Farmhand. I'm almost never worried about the Voldaren Epicure. So opponent does on 3 here. Reckoner Bankbuster. Very soon, our mono white opponent's going to be super dangerous. So Let's watch out for that. We can Horde Master next turn, helps us deal damage, and maybe helps us recover from the inevitable to populate. You gonna lay down arms, the Blast Runner or something? They're gonna lay down arms something. Guaranteed. Just make your choice. Go ahead. Make your choice. What's it gonna be? Yep, there it is. How did we know? How did we know? There's a land. It's not a black source though. That's really kicking ourselves now, aren't we, for throwing away that Haunted Ridge. I'd do it again though, given the choice. Swang 3, put him at 12. But that is not a low enough life total. Here comes a restoration of a Ganjo, so okay. That's good news for us. They dropped the land. Ooh, neat. Let's smelt her. Because we dealt her. Pay the 1, get rid of the synthesizer. Hopefully it is a black source. It is a red source. Fine. We get in, put him at 4. Play the land. Where's the black sources? Oh, I forgot to put in the new land. I've got a couple of them. I gotta do that. After this game. I gotta do it. I feel like that'll make the deck way better. They drop a land to restoration. They're probably gonna get a farmhand back. Yep, there it is. Alright, so it doesn't look like they'll get to farewell mana, but depopulate will still really help a lot. But now we're at the point where if we get black mana, hopefully Oni Cold Anvil will sort of help push damage to win the game. But again, farewell could be a problem. It might actually be a good thing that we're keeping the anvil in our hand until the farewell passes. That could be good. Harvester next turn, though, if we get the black source, does help a lot if we still have a smelter out. But on this board state, Wanderer. Wanderer comes down and kills the Fuseling. And they would go, well, they won't have the mana for it, will they? They draw off Buster. Here comes Farmhand 2. They'll have a blocker. Can we do it with just red mana? Here comes Voldar and Epicure. That's sick. Yeah, dude. Let's go. So that turn was going to be incredible. Sucks they really couldn't get it going even with all those cards in their hand. They have a million, but yeah, this turn we play the Epicure. We can sack it to the Skins and Smelter, get another 3-1, and the sacking of the token will make the Fuseling bigger. So it's good stuff. Good stuff all around. Fast land reminder. Crap, that's ADD. That's ADHD. I have it. That's it. Diagnosed. Age of 8. I have that. I told myself literally 40 seconds ago to put the land in the deck, and I forgot. I am extremely tempted to keep this hand. It shows you the kind of person I am, you know? Opponent goes to science. I want to do it. 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 I'm so dumb. 2 lands operates this hand. But really 4 lands operates this hand optimally, but yeah, let's go. We drew a land. Untapped red source. Always for the win. Alright, let's ooh, actually it's tough. It's tough, it's tough, it's tough, it's tough, it's tough, it's tough, it's tough. Let's go Fuseling, yeah. The next turn, Epicure, demo the token away. Fuseling gets bigger. It's gonna be sexy. Suspicious stowaway from our opponent over there on blue-white. Nice. Not the kind of blue-white deck I expected. Which always makes me happy. Yeah, I guess I could go either of these 2 drops this turn, but I don't like that. I like the Gleeful Demolition. My token away on 2. Epicure, deal damage to him. Fuseling gets bigger, swing in. All that feels nice. This is turn 2. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 power on the table on turn 2. That's got to be worth something, right? We draw a Horde Master next turn. We'll have like, what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on 3. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Da -da 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 -da. Da -da 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 -da. Guardian of New Benalia. Not that old Benalia. Get that out of your mind. Let's harvest her. Even though I don't know her very well. And then I think we'll just, might just slam in. I really might do. I might just try to deal all the damage that I possibly can. Guardian be damned. Check it. Hey, yo, check it. What if we just swing with these four guys and not the Fuseling yet? They block the Epicure. That's actually great. Yeah, you block the real creature. That seems like the right play, but it's not. It's in the turn. Next turn we got Oni Cold Anvil cocked and loaded. We can get it through a Make Disappear if we have to, but something's telling me we won't have to. Won't be able to get it through a Malevolent Hermit if that comes down. It might be that kind of party, you know? Blue-white mid-range. Here comes Sus Stowaway. Let's let him through. We have to. Right this way, sir. Draw pitch. What's the pitch? Here's the pitch. Davisham. Alright, so they put 2 devoted Graph Keepers in their yard this game. That's my kind of player. Here comes another Suspicious Stowaway. I like this deck. Is it like humans or something? Blue-white humans? Just trying to guess. It's probably not smart. Let's Anvil, which is just the correct play. Bang, it comes down. Also Blast Runner, I guess we can wait on that. It doesn't matter. If I pop this token right now, this gets a little bigger, but does it really matter? Obviously, this is just some sort of Disturb Reanimator thing where they want to discard cards. Obviously. What if I blow up the Harvester to kill the Guardian? I'll make Fuseling bigger. Ooh, slip out the back, huh? Ooh. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Infernal Grasp the Stowaway. Sack an artifact. An artifact. Put him at 13. Swing away. They go to 5. Okay. That's what would happen if I did that. That's good to know. If they deal with Fuseling... Ooh, here comes Adeline. Adeline? Probably. Make a Toker. We'll just take 2. They'll draw a discard. They're down to 1 card, but, you know, they get to filter. They drop a land. We draw a mountain. Not the best thing. Alright, sack an artifact. Make the Fuseling bigger. Let's just hit him. Hit him high, and you. Hit him low, hit him low, hit him low, and you. Hit him. Space Jam. What do? You scoop, brother. Rye. It was a good game, though. It's a good game. Good game. Good job. I like your deck. Out here doing fun stuff on the ladder just like us. A fellow pioneer. A cowboy. A wanderer. A journeyman. Out there on the fields. We encounter each other, and we draw our firearms. Sorry it had to be this way, brother. But it was you or me. Alright, so good games so far tonight. Not so bad. Fast land reminder. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Our opponent is Easy Being Green with a Fibble Tip. Avatar. You gotta love the creativity. There's a Black Cleaved Cliffs immediately. Good stuff. Alright, so let's try it out, I guess. Mountain, the draw for the turn. This is like the first time we haven't had a 1-drop. Amazing. Let's Cliffs. Sega. Our opponent dropped a forest into a forest. You never see that. Gala Greeters, so they're out here doing something fun too. I like it. Let's just go Blood Tithe this turn. We're going to look like a normal deck. We're going to go Blood Tithe into a Fable. Completely swerve them when we start playing Goblins and stuff. On the next turn we can go Horde Master, Gleeful Demolition. That's good. Might be better. Especially against a deck that doesn't look like it has a ton of removal in it. Opponent already has 4 lands when they play their Topiary Stomper. Haunted Ridge. Don't go over that ridge. It's haunted. It's a demo. Yeah, we're gonna need an artifact for the smelter in the next few turns, but I guess maybe we can get that. Maybe we can get it from Fable. Not guaranteed. Here's the thing. I'm gonna demo first. Then I'm gonna get in. Yeah, nothing. All right, let's run Belt. Horde Master. All right, what do you play with 5-6 mana at your disposal? Something that we probably have a really hard time playing through. Mono green ramp with big guys is probably actually a hell of a matchup. We'll find out. Let's find out together. Yeah, biggest man you could play with this much mana. Here comes Defiler of Vigor. Still leaves room next turn without a land drop because they make a treasure token for like a Titan of Industry, which would be not good. Just super ungood. Oh, they play Gala Greeters. Oh, man. Greeters probably gets bigger, but it might gain them life. It's because they just took a shot from Defiler. Whew, what a turn. They have 2 cards left in their hand. Could be our saving grace, but they've got some big men out there. There's some big old men. Yeah, they put the counter on a Greeters. Our draw is Bloodtithe Harvester. So... Harvester. I hardly know her. Smelter, which is even worse considering, again, I just don't know her very well. At this point, I kind of want to sack this Harvester to kill this Greeters, but that, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's our best attacking creature, but it still doesn't attack very well. Smelter triggers but can't do anything. They can only block, really, with one of these creatures. So we would get in for 4 here. Put them at 13. It might be worth it. Plus we get a trigger off the Horde Master. That might be somewhat valuable. Go to 13. I guess that was a land? Yeah, it was Blackleaf Cliffs. Well, we don't need it. That's good. We get to sack a thing to the Smelter next turn. It's good. Could even sack this Harvester again. We might do it. Kyrion, my wayward son. Here comes the Beast Caller. That Greeters is going to get out of Bloodtithe Harvester range right now. Here comes a second Kyrion Beast Caller. We lose the game. We lose the game. Pretty convinced, right? We still have up to 4 mana left, technically. Here comes Jewel Thief. God. Ooh, we lose the game. Good stuff. At least we've come up against a couple of not super typical decks here on the ladder. I like that. Here comes Defiler. Even though, again, I should stop. Let's no blocks. Go to 10. See what happens, you know? We draw a land. I got a rock. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so... would I rather have the redraw? It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Would I rather have the redraw or the 3-1? I don't think anything is going to save you at this point, Dev. So maybe just don't worry about it. Take a redraw. I think it's more exciting to get a new card than a 3-1. Can't do anything. Hey, it's a synthesizer. That gives us a new card that we definitely can't cast, but whatever. Hey, it's a Haunted Ridge. We can't play it. That sucks. Otherwise, we could get a Smelter bot this turn. Oh well. Opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. Let's go. Good game, opponent. Good job. Close. Not really. Decks like that, like mid-range decks that are really creature-based to play big boys, like they're probably gonna beat a deck like this every time. That's what mid-range does. Mid-range like that beats aggro. Opponent goes. Somebody please tell me how many times in a row that is. It's a lot. It's an awful lot, objectively. Blue-white. Apparently the only decks anyone's playing are variants of mono-black and blue-white. Such original thoughts people are having tonight. Let's Goblin Blast Runner. We did get to play against a couple of cool janky piles. That is all you get. Yeah. Harvester. A little Harvester. Yeah, you go ahead and do it. Ooh, bring the ending. Bring the ending, eh? You do see these Mind Splice apparatus decks sometimes, yeah, with the poison aspect to them. So at least it's different. At least it's different. My God, we're not getting the lands this game. Oh my God. Arena, you rascal. It's either one or the other. We can't just play a normal game of Magic cards. No land. The augury in response to our experimental synthesizer. We were just both experimenting like crazy over here. Feels like camp. I like their name, by the way, Trap Sensei. It's a great name. So we get, it's a land. It's a land. How wonderful. Swing Harvester. Oh my goodness, they're taking damage. That's Harvester number 2. They won't be able to resist. Either countering it or, yep, there it is. Oh no, Augury. We got a 15, but they have put the 2 best cards from the top 6 of their library in their hand. They can also cast Bring the Ending, and it's, you know, a hard counter now. It's about to proliferate. Distorted Curiosity, draw 2 for 1. So good. So good. Blue-white poison, huh? There's the Depopulate. Cool, we draw. Horde Master. Sick. Okay. Why is that mana black? Why is that happening? It's not that much black mana in the deck. It doesn't matter. Alright, let's test and see if they have another Depopulate, I guess. Let's Gleeful Demolition away the synthesizer. Haven't played a land this turn yet. Red Source. Let's go. Let's Horde Master. Epicure. That is how you recover from a sweeper. I'm just gonna get hit with another one, but you know. Yeah. Alright, let's see if the Horde Master helps. Goblin, yay. No, no, and Goblin. Alright, sweet. Not bad at all. Fuseling. Fuseling. Smelter. Land. Sacrifice blood token. Wombo combo. The fuselings get bigger. Swing for 3. Telling you, man. Okay, let's see if they have 3 sweepers in their first, like, 12 cards or whatever it is. They don't. Let's see if it's a Wandering Emperor. So let's Runveld Horde Master. You got a counter? No, they don't. That's good. I'm going to drop an Infernal Grasp here. I'm going to do something nuts. Just nutso. It's an experimental synthesizer. That's neat. That's neat. Well, let's sacrifice this blood token to the smelter. And let's get in for what appears to be a million damage. But might still not be enough to win the game if they have a Wandering Emperor, which is what I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get out of this with. But I don't think it works. Yeah, Wandering Emperor, they have to have something else. But they might. They just may. Yeah, kill a Fuseling, go to 12.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
You got a -2 on this. Augury, that's the game. Good game, opponent. Whew! Alright, we finally had one, man. We finally had one. And I still found a way to complain at the beginning of the game, but like we pulled it all together. We made it work. Oh man, blue-white, blue-white. We played through a bunch of sweepers that game too. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us, team. We did it. All right, we go first. Let's hit it. We don't have a 1-drop. At least one we can play. But we have all the 2-drops we could ever want, right? All right. As long as we go first. Let's hit it. Against TNT 1X over there, the opponent. With these Nicol Bolas sleeves, that looks pretty good. Black Source, turn 1. Can no one play any other deck? I don't understand. I don't understand. We have been tasked with mono black. Oh, it's green black. Life of Toshiro. Okay, so is it the Obliterator deck? We've lost to that deck once tonight, but the Obliterator deck doesn't usually play like straight up forests. So tough to say. That's only Cold Anvil, right? That's correct. Yeah. That's the ticket. And then let's untap a red source so Kansan gleefully demolish this blood token. Make 4 boys. It's nice. Turn 3, we have 7 power on the table and an only Cold Anvil. Go nuts. Put him in 19. They gain the life with Toshiro, so it's kind of poopy. See if they kill a 1/1 here. Or if they just gain 2, I don't know. I think killing this artifact, yeah, that's the way to do it. That is, again, the ticket. Shoot him, put him at 18 with the anvil. 3rd mana. Is it Glissy time? Yeah, we're getting Glissy. Love it. Alright. We got another demolition. But not a 4th land, which is just butts. Horde Master's kind of cool. Right here. Am I going to do what I think I'm going to do? I think I might. Yeah, let's Horde Master. Horde Master! Swang. Probably get 6 in on him here. Probably not the way I want to do things, to be honest, but I just like doing dumb lines sometimes to see how they end up. This looks like it might be the deck that, you know, kind of like the Golgari Rock deck. Glissa, Shieldred, maybe Invoke Despair. I am going to Gleeful Demolition away the Sony Cold Anvil. Let's just flood the board with gobs. That's why we're here, right? We wanted to play Goblins tonight. Let's play proper Goblins then. Goblins. They get their memory. 4th land, card that kills us. Let's see if it happens. Very well could. There's a lot of them at 4 mana. No Obliterator this turn, though, at least. But Shelly is still a hell of a drug, you know. They don't get him with Glissa. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it feels nice, because you know what I got in my hand, opponent? I got me another Runbelt Horde Master. So they have removal, and they're hoping to catch us swinging, remove the Horde Master, and then block and stuff. But 2 Horde Masters. That should help. That should help greatly. Fuseling. Coming on down. Yeah, you... Now I'm tapped out, you better use the removal spell. Go for the throat is the play. Fuseling gets a little bigger. Neither one of those cards off the top were goblins. It sucks. I'm coming in. Coming in. 6, 5, 4. So you take 8? Sure. We'll pull this off, yeah. Let's go. Fuseling gets bigger. We refuse to pull goblins off the top, though, for some reason. Yeah, we have yet to get a goblin. It's amazing. We're blowing through lands, though. Which might be good. Might be bad. So we'll see. What would be sick next turn is Sokinzen Smelter. I would love to draw a Smelter next turn. We'd have a 3-1. We just sacked a 1-1. We'd have a 3-1, and we'd make the Fuseling bigger if it's still out. But it might not be. They're really eyeing it. Come on, we can get there. Yeah, opponent ropes. Kicks his command? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oof. All right, so we get a Goblin. We get a Goblin off of Horde Master. 2 Gobos. Okay, that's, you know, we can play them. It's enough to get back on board. Whatever. Gix's command is a beating, though, dude. That's brutal. That's pretty brutal. Good lord. Alright, so opponent hits us with Glissy. They will draw a card and lose a life? No? You gonna do it? Yeah, they do. They go to 2. God, I wish we had to play with fire in this deck so much. Oh, man. All right, so... They don't know that only Cold Anvil's in our hand. Let's Runvelt Hordemaster, Goblin Blast Runner, say go, and if they go to 1 off this Glissa, if they do that, they could also play Graveyard Trespasser. That would screw our game up a little bit. But I am hoping that's how we pull this off. Is only Cold Anvil sack it to itself when the game Shieldred, the Apocalypse comes down. Okay. So they lose. Yep. Okay. Only Cold Anvil, unless they have specifically cut down, which they very well may. Hordemaster, sure, why not? These are just coming down with no resistance though. But sack the Anvil to itself. Blast Runner gets Menace, gets big, and you're taking at least 1, right? Let's go. All right, let's go, baby, baby. I got up to platinum. Nobody cares. It's not like not a big deal. But like I said, I only play rank on stream, and I only stream twice a week for like 2 hours. So it's actually more than it sounds. You know, it's a good way to end the night. Great like game there too. We beat a Shelly. By the way, for science, I said sometimes I like to do dumb play patterns and like see how they work out, blah, blah, blah. And that time it worked out. I just decided we're going to attack into our opponent. We're going to lose some creatures every turn to these dudes on the other side of the table. But hopefully we can just like race and make it happen. And we did, Captain. So like, good stuff. Sometimes dumb lines work out a lot. So, but this is again where we have a conversation, right? It's all theory. Do you add a Go for the Throat, a removal spell, against those Shieldred Obliterator matchups that we lost a couple of times? Is that what you do? Or do you take out that Fable and add another artifact? Or Sakinzen Smelter, which is kind of an all-star tonight. A third Sakinzen Smelter might be nice, but not without more artifacts. You know, I posited taking out a Swamp and putting in an Experimental Synthesizer, a 4th one. Because this deck needs more small ball artifacts that it can sack and kind of snowball, you know what I mean, in the early turns. And Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a little too expensive and awkward to do those things. You have to wait a turn for it to give you the artifact, and it's just not great. It also, by the way, the artifact from Fable of the Mirror Breaker misses. If you attack with the Goblin token and get the treasure, you have missed the trigger for Sakinzen Smelter. So there's like multiple ways that it's just kind of an awkward card in the deck, but I think it goes. I think it's technically the best Goblin in Standard, so you probably play 2 copies of this. If you're going to pitch a Fable, I think that it's probably worth looking at either a 4th Synthesizer or a 4th Epicure. This is a body on the table, blocks, gets in damage sometimes, does the direct damage, gives you a blood token for all your artifacts and stuff. So a 4th Epicure is probably more correct than any other pick here. But I am interested in a 4th Infernal Grasp effect, like a Go for the Throat or something. Very interested in that. So I like this deck a good bit. It was the deck that I woke up and wanted to play. And there's a reason for that. Usually I like these kind of aristocratsy, only Cold Anvil piles that have like aristocrats math involved. But you'll note how much aggro math we had to do tonight. It was way more aggro math than kind of like sacrificey aristocrats math. And that's one thing I like about this deck. It's got these unbelievable starts, you know, like you go turn 1 Goblin Blast Runner, and then you go turn 2 Voldaren Epicure into Gleeful Demolition, and then suddenly you have, you know, what is it, like 5 power on the table on turn 2, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5, 6, 7 if you count the fact that you sack something and now Blast Runner attacks for 3 on turn 2, and you have 7 power on the table. Like, some of the starts are just like nuts with this deck, and you've got only Cold Anvil to kind of help win those long games for you if you can get the early damage in, right? But you need to go first. A lot of games we didn't get to do that, but we still won like a surprising amount of games. So this deck is also like not budget, you know. I imagine not everyone has 4 Runvelt Hordemasters, but at the same time, it doesn't have all the rares in the world. Like, most of the cards in the deck are commons and uncommons, so it's not too hard to put together. Hope you get a chance to play with it a little bit. It's a different take on Only Cold Anvil. You know, you could do a lot more Anvil-specific stuff, but this is mostly a Goblins deck that happens to play Only Cold Anvil.